Everyone thinks the Iran war is simple. Israel and the United States on one side, Iran on the other. Missiles, drones, airstrikes. That's what the headlines show. But here is the reality. This war is much bigger than Iran. Because Iran is not fighting alone. Right now, the world is watching missile exchanges and airstrikes across the Middle East. Iran has launched high-precision missile attacks targeting military bases, intelligence centers, and strategic infrastructure. These are not random strikes. They are surgically targeted operations. And that level of accuracy raises a very serious question. Because precision targeting in modern warfare requires something extremely powerful. That is real-time intelligence. That includes satellite surveillance, radar tracking, novel movement data, electronic signal monitoring. In modern warfare, whoever controls the intelligence controls the battlefield. But there is a problem. Iran doesn't possess a large global satellite network capable of tracking everything happening across the region in real time, which leads to the obvious question: who is providing the intelligence? Many military analysts believe the answer points toward Russia. Russia has one of the most advanced military intelligence systems in the world. Its satellite network, electronics warfare systems, and surveillance capabilities allowed it to monitor military movement across the multiple continents. And the relationship between Russia and Iran has already been proven on the battlefield. During the Russia-Ukraine war, Iran supplied Russia with thousands of combat drones. Those drones became a critical part of Russia's strategy in Ukraine. Now analysts believe the partnership may have evolved. Instead of drones flowing toward Russia, intelligence may now be flowing toward Iran, a quiet military exchange. Iran applies pressure on the battlefield. Russia provides strategic awareness from above. But Russia may not be the only major power involved. There's another country that rarely appears directly in the conflicts, but often plays a powerful role behind the scenes. China. China's geopolitical strategy has always been different from the Western military doctrine. China prefers influence without direct confrontation. Instead of troops and airstrikes, China operates through financial leverage, technology transfers, strategic diplomacy, military hardware partnership. Reports suggest Iran may have received advanced weapon systems designed to challenge novel forces in the region, including anti-ship missile technology and potentially hypersonic missile research assistance. Weapons specifically designed to threaten major naval powers operates in nearby waters. China does not want a direct war with the United States, but a prolonged conflict that weakens Western dominance in the Middle East, that benefits China strategically. What we may be witnessing is a layered geopolitical structure. At the bottom are regional militias and proxy groups. Above them sits Iran, but above Iran are two global powers operating behind the curtain, Russia and China. This transforms what looks like a regional conflict into something far more complex. Because now the battlefield is not just about the territory, it's about global influence. And the consequences are already spreading beyond military conflict. Financial markets are starting to react. Cities like Dubai, long seen as one of the safest financial hubs in the region, have experienced a reputational shock after becoming connected to regional instability. For decades, investors believed the Gulf region was politically stable. Now that assumption is being questioned. Global capital is extremely sensitive to risk, and money moves quickly. Some investors are already shifting assets toward the alternative financial hubs such as Singapore, which is seen as a politically neutral and highly stable. The war is also reshaping global energy politics. Just a year ago, many countries were under pressure to reduce purchases of Russian oil. But now something interesting is happening. Countries like India are quietly being encouraged to continue buying Russian energy. Sanctions that once appeared rigid suddenly looks flexible. That tells us something important. The global energy map is being quietly redrawn. Right now, the future global order is being written. Most people assume the script is controlled by the Washington and Tel Aviv, but that may not be the full story because another set of powers may also be shaping the outcome. Beijing and Moscow. The battlefield may be in Iran, but the real contest is about who shapes the world that comes next.